Hey, what's up, everyone? Welcome to another Slope podcast. This is episode 74. As always, I'm joined by my esteemed co-host and friend, Mr. Josh Box, as well as that's it.
Oh.
Because
where is he?
Well, he's in his room. He's studying. So boy's gonna be on a hiatus for a little while, trying to get that school done right. So everyone, send him all your love and support. You know, if you see him on Twitter, make sure you tweet at him "ganbate" on all of his finals. And yeah, me and Mr. Box will hold down the fort in the meantime
as best we can. We surely didn't have any mess ups in the pre-show.
Not today. This live show, if you're watching live, was not late at all.
Not late because we have no start time.
Perfectly on time. But anyways, how have you been, Mr. Box?
Sick. Still kind of sick, but
Ooh, it is your turn to get sick back to back, dude.
I have a stomach flu, so so I'm iffy right now. So that's me.
Cool.
How about you, Jimmy?
I'm 2 months out from my meet. Right?
Oh,
Things are getting tiring. Very, very tiring.
is the age catching up to you?
Yeah. I don't want to say it's just that. It's just I think it's just it's even though percent wise it's the same kind of workout. As it gets heavier, the toll it takes on your workout just becomes more, right? Like when your max squat is 315 and you're doing 75% of that, that's like, okay, well, it still feels heavy, but it's not that bad. But then when your max squat is like 550 and you're doing 75% of that, then it's like, it's still 75%, but man, it's really heavy. It's more than 315, right? It's like more than your old max. So it's like my joints ache, muscles I forgot about hurt.
How's your knee doing?
Surprisingly okay.
Oh.
I say that because, it was literally coming into that workout, my last squat workout, I thought my knee was going to be bugging. Like, it was a little stiff. But then once I warmed up, it was good.
I remember limping Jimmy during AnyFest.
Oh, God. See, because AnyFest is just like, I'm on my feet the entire day, right? And it's all concrete. So there's like, it's not like if you're on your feet on grass all day, or dirt. It's like, okay, that kind of absorbs some of it, right? But then when you're like, 290 pounds walking around like all day, and it's just all that force is being bounced back into you through the concrete. It's like, oh, my joints, my already like hurting joints just gets worse, But yeah, that's been it, man. Just mainly getting ready to compete. I actually did my workout at the gym where I refereed at for the last meet. Just because I figured I refed here and I kind of admitted that I'm local, so it'd be kind of bad to never show up, right? It's like if they're like, oh, where are you from? Oh, I'm like 30 miles away. They'd be like, oh, okay, yeah, if you're ever in the area, stop by. But when it's like, oh, where are you from? Like, I'll live 10 minutes down the street. Oh, why haven't you never been here? So then I was like, oh, okay, yeah, maybe I'll come visit. I was supposed to visit last week, but it was my deload week where I all the weights drop in half to give you time to recover. And that would be very embarrassing. I'm not going to do that. You're going to
just working out. You know what? That isn't that much. I thought he would lift much more.
Yeah. Oh, okay. I see why he's a referee.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just... I don't care what you say. I don't think any guy is above his ego, right? Like, if there's a cute girl in the vicinity, there's no way I'm gonna not lift heavy. It's just the way it is.
That's just the way humans are.
It's just
right?
the laws of nature. I remember. Okay, this is the most egregious of it. I was dating this girl, and she really wanted to go to the gym with me because she was kind of upset that I spent so much time in the gym. She's like, we barely have time to hang out, whatever. Anyways, so we're at the gym, and it was supposed to be a deload day, so I think I was supposed to work up to maybe like 275 for a squat or something like that, and just do that a couple times just to move my legs, right, than to actually train. But then because she was there, I was like, oh, you know what? I could probably work up to like 400. I'll just do that. And then my friend who I was training with was just like, what is wrong with you? Like I could just sense the judgment in his eyes, dude, when I said that. I still did it, but it was not good.
Mm-hmm. That's the way us humans are.
Yeah, you just gotta learn to work with it, Don't try to fight nature.
Yeah, so that's how we've been doing. I have to pick a comment of the week, so let me do that. Jimmy, did you already take your pick?
I did, actually.
Okay.
Oh, okay. But I didn't check recently because we had technical difficulties during the pre-show. I mean, we didn't. I just didn't get a chance to. But go ahead and read yours, and I will say if it's...
So mine is from Dystopia, who is actually in the chat right now.
Ooh.
And it is...
Ooh, okay.
I should have seen this coming. With Boy looking too good lately, must have been the pre-hiatus glow-up. Look at that. That glow-up. Too strong. It was just in the cards. Boy, wherever you are. Just know we're here supporting you.
That's when we played like the slow jams.
Yeah.
Can we go back to the days our love was strong? Yeah, I honestly have no idea how this episode's going to work out. Either it's going to drag on forever because you and I are going to just go on random tangents the entire time, and Boy's not here to reel us in.
I know. I feel like he's the one that reels us in all the time.
or it's going to go by really fast because we're going to overcompensate in the other direction and just like, all right, let's just move on to the next thing.
Is that enough time? Let's just go.
And it's like a 15-minute episode.
Oh, the roundup this time was only 10 minutes? Oh.
Oh, yeah. So this week's episode of Hiragana Oshi, they did this. Okay. Next, I'm Keyakitte.
All right, but how about we just go into it then?
Yeah,
Let's just start out. Oh, I forgot to say, if you want your comment featured on Comments of the Week, go ahead and leave your comments down in the comment section below on YouTube. That way, you can be chosen and be spoken out loud to, and we can have a little discussion on it. This time, it was more of like a meme comment. So that's why there wasn't that deep of a conversation about it. Again, I can pick any of them, and you will have to
the
see.
hiatus glow up is real. I think that's like
a
thing, and it's just Boy had it. Mm-hmm. You just look at him these last few episodes. His skin is glowing.
Right, he's been working out more.
So bright. Yeah, dude. Mm-hmm. There's no way he's gonna be able to do that on an idle schedule. So you just know
when he comes back though.
When he comes back, dude, he'll be full glowed out until the schedule beats down on him again. Anyways, let's get on to the current events. It's everyone's favorite corner is back. Mm-hmm. It's the Shilling Corner.
Shilling Corner.
It's where we pay some of our bills around here. Reach out to some sponsors. Mm-hmm. Our first one being Baitoru, right? Working your part-time Baito. Mm-hmm. Got a new CM with Shiraishi Mai and Ash.
Mm-hmm. Right. It's like 3 of them.
Yeah. So it's like first one is like Mayan's like a takoyaki lady. She busts out the Hokuto no Shinken, dude. It's pretty cute. Just next one is Mayan just being world's best waitress, stacking all these plates all over her body. Yeah. All right, and then they do the little Baito song, and then next is what Ash being the waitress.
Yeah.
I don't know what she's just Ash like.
But she has like really long hair.
Yeah. She's like full on maiden, right?
She even does like the little pose and everything.
Mm-hmm. Next one is Ash delivering a mail to Mayan.
Oh well,
right?
those are older ones. Those are older ones.
Oh, okay.
Like in the link, you'll see that.
Oh, okay.
Those are older ones. These new 3 are the top 3.
Oh, word. All right. I have no idea.
If you want a part-time job, go to Baitoru.
If you want to not just be a takoyaki lady, but you want to be the world's best takoyaki lady, Make sure you go down to baitoru.net. With so many opportunities, you can pick up a new skill and really enhance your life with a part-time job.
Or you could just make some money to pick up more idle goods.
That too. Sometimes when the subs aren't enough and the bits just don't reach ends meet, we can always count on Baitoru to get us through the month. So thank you Baitoru for cute commercials featuring Mayan and Ash.
Or you could with that money buy our merch on Redbubble. Just kidding. You can buy the Thug Techi shirt. Do you still have yours? Your Thug Techi shirt? Or is that the one that we gave away?
That's the one we gave away. Boy still has his.
Boy has his, okay. All right, what's the next thing, Jimmy?
So next we've got a new Nissin commercial.
Thank you, Danny, for the bits. See,
Some
I mentioned the
ramen.
bits. This is going on the recording. I mentioned the bits during the live show. So Boy is not here to wrangle me down.
Ooh.
All right.
So yeah, we go into like a family for get some Nissin ramen. It's like an old timey commercial. And there's this very cute young mother.
It's the older sister, isn't it?
Oh, is it? I don't know. Probably. I just skimmed these. I didn't.
Yeah, because the mom was there.
Oh, okay. I thought she's I don't know. I thought she was like grandma or some shit. I don't know. Either way, Mai's in this, and that's all you need to know.
Right?
And she looks
that's the most
really
important
cute.
thing. I don't know if I can show the whole commercial. I don't know if Boy does. What does Boy do? He only shows like a couple seconds of it, right?
Yeah.
Oh.
We do it our way. Mr. Box, this is our show now.
I showed all the commercial, but who cares? Yes. So please go ahead and check that out. I know. Does Nogizaka do stuff with Nissin, or is that a different brand?
They do Sapporo.
They do Sapporo, right? Yeah. And then they're not owned by the same people, right?
No.
No. Okay. It's a competition. Look at that.
Wait. What? Sorry. One of my friends is following Nissin Hyoko, like just following on Twitter, and I was just like, what? But anyways, convenient. You can always trust on Nissin to give you a nice meal when you're on the go. You don't have much time to cook a meal, or if maybe you're not the most confident person. Ooh, something new this week. I got a sous vide. Right?
Oh, I saw this on Instagram.
Yeah. So I've been cooking steaks, but today I made roulades.
What is that? Ooh.
So I took chicken breast. Right? I flattened it out. First I butterflied it, then I took the mallet, I flattened it, laid some prosciutto inside, some spinach, some onion, and some cheese. Then I roll it up, right? And then I put it in the sous vide so it cooks evenly all the way through. And then I take, once it's cooked all the way through, I take it out and I pan fry it in some butter. Cut that up. Ooh, made like nice little medallions. It's good. It's good. So if you don't have those skills, or a sous vide to make life easy for you, reach for Nissin.
Oh, there we go. Bringing it all the way around. All right. But that does it for the Shilling Corner.
The Shilling Corner.
Let's move on to our current events. First up, Hinatazaka46. As we know, they're pushing out that Kyun single. So it seems like they've done something else with this Kyun single, and they've actually released like GIFs of the members. So if you look at their website, you can see that they have different members here. You can select any. Jimmy, do you have a preference of a Hinatazaka member?
Ooh, let's start with Sasaki Mirei.
Okay, Kumi it is.
Oh, word.
So see, if you see here, it's a GIF, and you can download it right here.
It's not even an actual GIF, though. It's just like...
It is. Look, if I hover over it, see, it's a GIF.
I mean, yeah. It's just, it's
it's not like flowing or anything, right?
Yeah, it's like a montage of photos, yeah.
All right, let's go to your Mirai. Where is she? Here she is.
All right, what are you
making
doing? Big bread?
Oh, no, she's making bread. She's making bread. That's what she's doing. the Mipan over
Come
here.
on. Yeah, dude. Come on. Let's see Kakizaki, dude. She's doing some. Yep. Of course she is.
Yeah, so you can see all the different members here. Like you see, we'll do it in memory of Boy. We'll do Kyonko. Yeah, so you can go ahead and check out that site on the Hinatazaka46 site and see all the different GIFs and have your own. I almost clicked on the sound on this one. They have like a little sound thing. I don't know what it is. They have like a sound button. Saito Kyokyo-kun voice.
Good. It's gonna be all deep and shit.
Wait, I'm gonna play it. Okay. So that's that.
Yeah.
It's more promotion on them.
Yeah, it's a weird. I don't know. I don't know what they're doing with their promo, but it's interesting.
Yeah, I haven't seen it done.
Yeah, I mean, I say this, but I'm gonna go back and save that Mirai one later.
Just download, click all of them.
Mm-hmm.
Just making bread. So that way when you're like, yo, I'm gonna work today, and then you show Mirai making bread, making that bread.
Yeah, dude. I too must go and make that bread.
But you know who else is making bread?
Ooh.
Moriya Akane. Because
she
is
get that, secure the bag.
To release that first photo book. This is what the prophecies have told us, and now the prophecies have come true. Akane is releasing her photo book. And we all have high expectations for it.
We did
Every
it, boys.
single one of us.
We did it, boys.
They released a Instagram for this account, and they also have a Twitter for this account. As you can see right here.
Yeah, that picture right there.
This one right here?
Yeah, bye, my guy.
As you can see right here, thanks to Microsoft translating this for us, it will be released June 26th. And it is shot in Monaco, which is one of the smallest countries. Monaco. What did I say? Monaco?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Monaco. It's actually one of the smallest countries, right? Or something like
that? Yeah.
Yeah, as it says right here. It's straight, cool, cute, adorable, and a lot of Akane. And really, all we want is a lot of Akane. So I think this is going to turn out to be a good one. Oh, look, I can make it bigger.
I'm waiting for some thick Akane pictures, dude.
I think that's what we're all waiting for. There's the Amazon.go.jp, which you can buy it. Right now, it is $19.44. Usually, it is cheaper if you pre-order it like really early, and then later on, it turns into like $2,300 or something like that. But shipping with everything, so you might as well get it now. Yeah, that way, the shipping is almost the same as you would have bought it over there.
Like it's Nen. I really doubt it's gonna disappoint. Right?
Mm-hmm.
Like, I don't want. You know what? I take it back. I don't want to be the one saying this now. And then like we get the book, and it's just like all her, just like.
Oh, like a Yuipon? Just posing. Just quietly. Just same face. But we have some previews already, so, I mean, we have that at least to look forward to.
Oh, chat saying that she went on a diet, though.
Oh, yeah, she did go on a diet. I remember her talking about that.
Oh, Nen, please. This is not what we want. This is not what...
This is not the direction.
This isn't the direction we asked for. She's like, good. I don't want you guys creeping on my photo book anyway. If we can get that one skirt back, I think everyone knows which one I'm talking about.
The what?
The skirt that she wore at, like, I think it was a girls' award or something.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Okay, I'll link it later.
Now I know. I remember now. Because there was that compilation of pictures.
Yeah.
That's what I'm thinking of too. I have no access to that link, so I cannot show you guys. If Jimmy is not lazy, he will include it in this video.
Ooh,
right, Jimmy? Editing this podcast?
Oh, that's right. Well, fortunately, I'm like looking for it as we speak.
Yes. So everyone has high expectations for this Akane photo book. I know I do. I don't know who the photographer is right now. If I look through the Amazon site, it says it's translated, but didn't translate it. Let me see if I can find it real quick. Does anyone know the photographer?
Have they released that information yet?
I mean, they usually do pretty early on, don't they? Oh no, I don't see it. Oh, it's 160 pages.
Ooh.
I feel like it might be a little smaller than. I don't feel like it's gonna be the big size.
Yeah, for like for a fat boy.
Yeah.
We'll just have to wait and see. But I'm hoping that they don't do what they've been doing, and
What
just
have they
like
been
putting
doing?
all the lewds out there during the previews. You know.
Mm-hmm.
Because they're like, it's like, I get it. You're trying to drum up excitement for this photo book. But then just by the time you get it, you're like, oh, okay, well, I already seen
Yeah.
everything that needed to be seen,
I feel like that happens way too often.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like,
Like, I feel like Ikutas did it really well. Because, like, there was a lot of pictures, but, like, there was so much more in the photo book. And even now, they started to release even more pictures. Like, I don't know if you've been like looking at the Twitter, but they released a lot of pictures. I think they released like 200 images or something like that. And it's like stuff that wasn't included in the photo book. So, I mean, maybe that's the way to do it.
yeah. Like, I know why they do it. it's just once you get the book, you're like, I guess. But anyways, so look forward to that June 25th. That's pretty soon, dude. That's like literally like the week before I compete.
Will that amp you up as you're looking at it?
Yeah, dude.
One final push.
I'm gonna be in the back, like in the warm up rooms, and then they'll be like, "Hey, shouldn't you be like starting your squats, dude? You're like about to go up." I'm like, "It's fine."
Like that should be your first time opening it, just so you get the full energy.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I know I'm looking forward to it, and I hope all of you are too. And something else I was looking forward to was this new Nogizaka music video, which was released.
Oh, baby, look at that.
The day after our last episode?
Literally the day after we did the episode, yeah.
Yeah, so
the song was released the day after.
Oh, was it? Oh, yeah, the song.
Yeah.
And then afterwards.
A couple days later, the music video came out.
Yeah, that's what it was. Yeah, so, did you already watch this?
I did. And I'm disappointed.
Oh, okay.
Okay, it's not bad.
Yeah.
It is not bad by any means. Right? It's just after everything we said last week.
We hyped it up way too much.
Oh God. I said that it needed to be 150%, but they just gave us 100%, which is fine. You know, like, okay, here's the thing. I think in a vacuum, if I just watch this work by itself, it's perfectly fine. But I think like I don't want to say corniness, but the clichéness of the stomp claps over the years is why I want it to be like, if you're gonna do it, you know. But I mean, it's fine. It's a really nice shot music video, in my opinion. I really like the lighting throughout most of it.
Oh yeah, like sort of like more stage lighting, right?
Yeah, exactly. And then I don't know. I get like synchronicity vibes in the sense that it's like more of a choreography music video than it is like what is it? You know, like kind of like storytelling embedded throughout the video.
Yeah.
I don't know, but it's not bad by any means. I actually quite like it. It's got like a nice, positive, cheery attitude to it.
Like when you're feeling a little down, you just listen to it. You're like, all right.
Yeah, it's like the nega keyaki, you know. It's just like, hey, let me inject you with a bit of wholesome into your day.
Yeah, I think we were just hyping it up too much the last episode. So that's why it's like, we expected like, oh, it could be either this and that'd be real cool, or it could be this or it'd be really cool. And then like, it was like, no, we're just going to go this way.
Yeah, so like, they went with this. They went the safe route, and it's not. And I don't say that as like an insult at all, right? Like, it's safe because it works, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Yeah, like the song itself, the music video, everything's good. Choreography is good. We were just expecting something else.
yeah.
We were expecting full on gospel over here.
I was expecting Kazumi to have the fan open. Nah,
Yeah,
but it's good.
Yeah, they have cool choreography in here. They have the flower things that they always do, or that this choreographer always likes to do.
Yeah.
This is the same choreographer as Synchronicity, right?
Synchronicity, yeah.
And the same music video director, right?
I didn't know that, but I'm not surprised at all.
I think so. Not 100% on that, but it's close enough where like you could feel it. Yeah, but the song itself is nice.
Yeah, I like when the extras come in. I don't know, like what is it? Like, you know, like the Nogizaka members are all wearing the purple and white outfits, right? But then they have people coming in like these sepia, beige, black and white outfits. And then it cuts to them without them, like really kind of seamlessly, like in and out, right? I think that was kind of a nice touch.
Yeah, I like the ending shots. Those are my favorite.
Like when they're on the what is it? I always call it the Les Mis stage because it looks like when they form the barricades in Les Mis. Yeah.
I never watched it.
I like that too.
I don't know what you're talking about.
At the barricades of freedom.
You can see it's still kind of fresh, the choreography, because like some of them are like a little bit like trying to get into the groove a little. But I feel like with a lot of these like bigger groups, like they have such like high production that like even though they don't even know how the song sounds, they have to go out and perform it for the music video.
Yeah, because I doubt they've seen the full thing by this point, right? Or heard the full thing.
Yeah, like I know for the influencer one, it was still like the guy vocals that was singing it. And like that was the first time they listened to it, so they had to learn like all the intricate dancing and everything. And I think in this one, they had like 3 days to practice the song, but then Asuka had 5 extra days because she's like the center and like she has like a solo part.
She needs to be like. That's the thing. It's like to be able to be expressive while you're dancing. It's like you have to breathe the choreography, right? Like you can't just like if you're still well, you have experience with this now. I can say this since that video's out, right? It's like if you still have to think about the choreography, it becomes very visible in your dancing, right? And so like that's just kind of shows how much they've been doing this. After 5 days, Asuka's already kind of emoting it to the extent that she is.
Yeah. And I think that's a lot to say about like not only them, but like idols in general, how they have to like practice it like a lot. Like if you guys haven't watched the video where I like tried to be an idol, it's like a lot of self-discipline to like make yourself practice. It's not like just all right, let me just go to the signed days and do this and do that. Like you have to. Well, the thing is, they have to really like focus in on themselves.
My singing coach once told me that like if you're not like sick of that song, like let's say like for singing, and this is just singing, it doesn't even include dancing it, right? If you're not like absolutely just tired of that song, you haven't practiced nearly enough yet. You know what I mean? And so that's where that discipline comes in. Because like at times it's like, dude, I want to do this song anymore. I'm fucking tired of la 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 na 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 na. But it's like, no, you got to keep doing it. You know? But I think it really shows. Some of the first gen members as well, I noticed were like very, you can see them feeling it. Like Ikuchan, Mayan, of course, Kazumin. Basically the front row were very good at expressing. I like that the choreography is like simple in a good way. Like it doesn't detract from the song, right? Like it's more there to like, you know, be expressive and stuff like that. And so I don't know, I feel like the members can be, they're more like being emotive and being expressive and like visualizing the song rather than like you know, say with influencer, you can tell there was definitely a few that were like, oh god, what comes next? Oh, this is so fast. You know, where this is just like, okay, no, I just got to feel it, you know? And so that's it's good.
Well, one thing that caught me off guard a little at the end, it sounds like they're saying green peas.
Oh, when is bring peace?
Yeah, when and then I got corrected by Inchan. It's like, oh no, it's bring peace. I was like, oh, that makes more sense. Instead of like,
See, I saw that tweet before I actually listened to it, so I can hear it both ways if I try hard enough. You know,
it's like the one audio thing where you hear two different things. It's like right there, like bring peace. Thanks to Beam Subs for subtitling this. It's bring peace.
ooh, green peas, dude.
Green peas. Eat your veggies.
You know, the stomp claps really aren't as offensive in this as I thought it would be.
Yeah. I think they highlighted it. They hyped it up too much in the tweet.
Yeah. Because it's just the ending, pretty much, right? Is the tweet, yeah.
Yep. Again, they need to go full gospel or full theater, but I think they went safe theater for this one.
Yeah. It's fine. I don't dislike it. I would be curious to see them like go full out and do like something like that, though. I think it'd be entertaining. At least.
Same thing for me. But that's not the only song that is getting shown, because later today, of course, later today, not during the show, we have a song preview for the song "Am I Loving," which is one of the coupling songs on Type B, and you can go ahead and listen to that on Recommend. We'll just have to find out how it sounds together. And then eventually the music video will be released probably like 2 days after or something like that. Just by track record.
Oh.
And
yeah, so that is it.
Yeah.
For the news.
Yep. Slow news week. It's okay. It'll help us ease into it, but that doesn't mean anything for the TV show roundup, because we have a long one. Not only do we have the regular shows, which is Hinatazaka de Aimashou, which is Hinatazaka46's show. We also have Keyakitte Kakenai, Keyakizaka show. We have Nogizaka Koujichuu, which is Nogizaka show. We also have Hinabingo, Hiragana's other show. And we have Nogizaka no Gaku Tabi, which is Nogizaka's like once every 3 months show.
Do you remember when, I know this isn't the first time I said this, but do you remember when there was only 2 shows to cover?
Those were the good old days, Jimmy. Those were the good old days.
So you're going to have to help me out with Hinatazaka de Aimashou and Gaku Tabi.
Okay.
Gaku Tabi, because I didn't watch those.
Okay. Let's go ahead and start with Aimashou then. Starting off with Hinatazaka46. We start off with a nice little, like, if you're at a picnic and you want to, eat a little bento as you do. Well, the members designed their own bentos, and it will be shown this episode. First up, we have Mipan, which is Jimmy's favorite. And we have one design on Kasuga's forehead wrinkles. A nice,
baby.
A nice choice. The face is made out of butter rice because of what she said. His skin tone is like butter rice. And yeah,
I'm not sure you're allowed to say that.
The forehead wrinkles were made out of seaweed, and you might think that's all, but under she had a compartment with different things in it. There was some meat-filled peppers. There was a chicken wing. There was a tamago roll. It looked really good. Like I was super hungry when I saw that. It looked so good. I was like, yeah, on top is just the rice, but then under is the real meal. It's real good.
That's my meat bread, dude. Getting that bread.
Next up was another one of Jimmy's favorites, Nibu.
Ooh,
and for this
Grandma, let's go.
For this one, she did a double cat. For this one, it was WK, which stands for Kasu and Kumi. I don't know what they meant by Kumi. They didn't mean like Sasaki Kumi or anything. And again, we have the return of the butter rice color. Next up, we had Bemiho. We can't say it's one of Jimmy's favorites because he has forsaken her. And in this one, the drawing is pretty fun. It was like really complex. Like when you look at it, it was like there's like different colors,
bunch of individual circles,
a bunch of individual circles, and like a decoration and like a T-shirt and everything. It was like a lot of stuff going on. And then like when I wasn't expecting much, but then when she opened it, I was like, that looks pretty good. Like I'd be surprised.
Yo, what? I'm like, how do you plan on making this?
It's like it looked pretty good and pretty close to the concept. She redesigned it a little, just so it isn't so like little individual colors. But I think it turned out really well.
Yes.
Tomita's rice ball, because all the members have their own little rice ball. And then Tomita's party P was she had like little cheese on it, and it's like, oh, that's her teeth, because she has like big teeth, I guess. And then they were like, oh, this is really good. Like when they ate it, they were like surprised how good it was. And then then when they looked at the concept again, they noticed that one of the rice balls had an ugly drawing on it. It's like, wait, isn't that Kumi over there? It's like, all right, everyone close your eyes, and whoever did it, raise your hand. And then Katoshi's like this. It's like, all right, it was Katoshi who did it. Everyone's like, what? As we know, Katoshi with their famous drawing.
Oh yeah, Kumi.
Which strangely looks like her, but at the same time looks nothing like her.
It's like a really good ugly version of her, right?
Yeah.
I have a friend who's an artist, and he just does that all the time. He draws like ugly versions of people, and it's just like, this doesn't look like them, but it does so well.
It's always great seeing that. Next up was Kawata Hina, and we get a little flashbacks of her being bad at cooking. And then she's like, nah, I've been studying. I'm better now. Like, don't worry about it. And then when they open it, they're like, yo, this looks nothing like the concept. Are you sure we got the right one over here? And then the thing that made it look like it was wrong is because, like, I think in her original one, she had like both of the hosts on there. And then Wakabayashi had a red shirt, but then this one, it looks like he's just bleeding all over the place instead of having like a red shirt. So they're like, oh, what is that? And they make like Kasuga try it. He's like, oh, it's bitter. So there's parts of it that were like super bitter, parts of it that were good, parts of it that were like, meh, whatever. So I guess that's progress, right?
Hey, yeah, it's not all bad.
And then she also put like a crab claw in there, just randomly.
Well, you know, sometimes you want that crab claw.
You just want to chew on it a little, you know. They showed like other ones real quick. Like they showed Katoshi's. She wanted to make a Kumi face one, just the whole one of Kumi's face.
Of course.
Oh, we got a subscription from Juan. Thank you, Juan,
thanks,
for
Juan.
the subscription. Wrote a smiley face. Look at that. 4 months. All right. Next up, we have Mei Mei, who wanted a Reiwa theme, and Takamoto, who wanted a mermaid theme. It was pretty elaborate, so that's probably why they didn't let her. But the last one they showed was Kyonko's, and we get more flashbacks of her being bad at cooking. And in this one, it's funny because in the flashbacks, like she was like cooking pasta, and then she put like ramen in it, like trying to make it. It's like, I don't know about that. But she tries to make her image, which I completely forgot what it was. And then they're like, all right, who's gonna eat this? All right, Kumi, you're gonna eat this. She's like, what? No, I don't want to eat it.
Yeah, that does not look good, dude.
And then she's like, oh no, I'm gonna die from this. And she ate it. She's like, oh hey, you know what? It's actually pretty good. Kyoko's like, yo, what? It's pretty good. Like she was super surprised by it too. Like, oh, I guess I am all right. But overall, they voted that Bemiho was the best one with their bentos. And just from visual and seeing how they tasted it, it seems like they are correct. I would place Nippon at a very close second. Her food looked really good. Next week, they do some physical variety. Catching up with Hinabingo.
Baby. Finally. Please. Hinatazaka de Aimashou has not been very entertaining. Though this one looks fun.
Yeah, this episode's fun because they're always like, they like to poke at each other's stuff and everything. So I feel like there's enough interaction back and forth with this one, not just pure talking. All right, Jimmy, you got the next
Speaking
one.
of not being that entertaining, but at least this week's is fun.
Oh,
Keyakitte Kakenai is next. It's Keyakizaka's variety show, and as we all know, that these girls are not the best at variety, but it's okay because second gen has come in, and I feel like they've really been stepping up there, adding some balance to the group. And to highlight that, we have some gay pairing episode, right? It's kind of like
our favorites.
Yeah, exactly, dude. Like Nogizaka has done this before. I think they've even done this before, where you basically write down a member you would like to do a location shoot with, and then if that person also wrote you, then you guys become a couple, and you get to go on a location shoot. So this one was kind of fun, but first, Nan's like, "Hey, where's my bread?"
Oh,
And they're like, "Yo, what?" And then she's like, "Yeah, we had we had that whole first gen versus second gen battle, for bread, and we won. So where's our bread?" So Tsuchi and Soba are, all right, let's get this bread, fam. And they bring out the bread, and one starts eating it. It's like,
Techi wasn't even there to enjoy the bread that she won.
Yeah, that she won. She was clutch, broke it down for the team, first gen. Couldn't even enjoy her bread. It's okay, Techi. We appreciate your sacrifice. Yeah, they really just start eating the bread in front of second gen.
I know, right?
They're just forced to sit there and watch Senpai eat bread. Nijika's like, oh, it's like a pillow. And Tsuchi's like, what are you talking about? Doesn't even make any sense. Sabe is like, no, what we need is someone to be like, oh my god, this is so good. Oh, what, there's crust on this? It's so good. I didn't even notice that there was any crust. They're like, oh, let's have Habu try it. And Habu, being Habu, it's like, oh yeah, wow, yeah, this crust doesn't have any flavor to it.
It's like that's not.
It's like an insult,
yeah,
dude.
Yeah, right.
So all right, let's start this gay stuff, dude. So up first is Nijika, right? She's like, all right, I pick Tamura Hono. Most people's second gen first impression Oshi. She's like, oh, we worked quite a bit together during the anniversary. I didn't really get to talk to her, but thought I'd like to get to know her a little bit better.
Nice little sentimental moment, right?
Yeah. Tamura the entire time is like giggling, all right? And Tsuchi's like, "What does this mean?" All right, like, is this a good thing? Are you giggling because you picked her too, and you guys got to get put together? Or are you giggling because you didn't? And then psych, it turns out she picked Ozeki style.
Oh, look at that!
All right. And this is when it starts getting real, dude. Nijika's like, man, this fucking sucks, dude. It's like this hurts way more than I thought it would. Tamura's like, oh no, I was thinking about writing Nijika, and so I was like, don't lie to me.
Look at the name you wrote down.
That kind of nice story never happens, right? So they're like, okay, well, did Ozeki pick her too, right? Because that's the only way they can have a pair. Tsuchi's getting all excited. It's like, oh man, this is like the best episode, dude. I'm like, I'm so into this. This is fucking juicy, my guy. And it turns out, nah, dude, she picked Ten-chan, dude, the baby.
Oh, look at that.
She tries to come over and then comfort Tamura because she starts tearing up and stuff. But like, don't you touch her. Don't touch her. You don't get to touch her.
Get away from her.
You dumped Hono, all right? Get away from her. So they bring Ten-chan up, and Ozeki's like, yeah, I really like Ten-chan. She seems very athletic. We can go to one of those like jungle gym rope climby kind of obstacle course places. And Ten-chan's like, actually, I'm scared of heights. And Ozeki's like, fuck. All right.
Well, that thing goes out of the window.
All right. But we can figure it out. Who did Ten-chan pick to be paired up with? And then she picked Bei Risa.
And
all of a sudden, from the stands, Inoue stands up. Wait, just a goddamn minute. Chotto matta. She's like, yo, I've liked Risa since before I joined the group. And like, this is my chance. I want to get to know her better. Ten-chan like starts talking. She's like, yeah, actually, I was thinking between Risa and Koike Minami-san. Koike's like, what the fuck?
Why did I get included in this?
She's like, yeah, no, I got like 2 markers down. I was like, this one is Risa, and this one is, Koike. And then, okay, which one do I pick? Ended up being Risa. That's how I picked it. Like, okay, well, let's see. Who does it come down to? Too bad Risa picked Matsudaira. Inoue gets all like sad. She's like, oh, well, I guess it can't be helped.
It was never meant to be.
Yeah, Tsuchi's like, okay, you know what? This episode started off hella fun, but this is starting to get painful, my guy.
Bring out the bread. Bring out the bread.
Yeah. What is it? But they're like, oh wait, but that means somebody else gets eliminated because there's somebody who picked Inoue, right, from the first gen. Turns out it was Koike. And then Inoue's like, oh, I was also going to write down Koike. And then they're like, no, you're just saying that. All of you just keep saying that. And then Sawa's like, wait a minute. Tenchan is like hella crying over here. And she's like, damn, dude, both of the people I picked didn't pick me. I was choosing between didn't pick me. And Tsuchi's like, all right, bring the bread.
Yeah.
Bring the bread. I can't do this anymore.
Just give her the bread already.
Yeah. So now it's like, all right, well, who did Matsudaira pick? Because she's the only one left. And then was it because Risa picked her, right? So if she picked up Risa, then they'd have a pair. She comes up, she's like immediately just sullen, just. And then Tsuchi and Sawabe try to be all goofy about it to lighten the mood because she like comes up too close, like no, you gotta stand. See, there's a marker here. You gotta stand at the marker, the T. Yeah. It's like this is like the most goofy I've ever seen them because they're just trying to lighten the mood. It's so sad to watch.
And then Tsuchi's like, look what you made me do. You made me do this young teens comedy act.
Yeah. But then all of a sudden when Matsudaira comes up, you get the most awkward chotomatta in history. Because it's Berika and Nagasawa-kun. They both picked Matsudaira. Right, we know Matsudaira is pretty close to both of these members. She's been compared to them quite a bit, and I think she had a thing for Berika before she joined the group.
I think she hangs out with Nagasawa a lot, looking at the blog posts.
Yeah. So I was like, oh, okay, which one is it gonna be? And in the upset of the century, Matsudaira says, "I chose Suzumoto Miyu."
None of them.
Oh.
That's 3 down.
And then so Sawabe's like, damn, you just dumped 3 of your senpai, dude. You don't get to go on a location shoot with any of them now. And she's like, oh, I'll just pay for it myself.
Yeah.
Like, damn, dude, you balling.
Right?
You're gonna pay for the camera crew and everything. But then so Suzumon is on her way up, but all of a sudden you get Fujiyoshi chottomatta. Right, she says it all weird like that. They start making fun of her. But like, okay, so Fujiyoshi, you picked Suzumon as well, huh? She's like, yeah, dude, I just love her. I love everything about her. And then like Suzumon gets all smug. She's like, yeah, that's right. Matsudaira picked Suzumon because when she got to see her dancing up close, she was like, man, this bitch is good, dude. Really came to admire her.
Got the respect.
But it doesn't matter how they feel. It matters how Suzumon feels. Who did she pick? And she picked Fujiyoshi. Karen, finally, we get a pair.
Finally.
I wrote in the notes, this thread has been way too long because it's just been one long-ass bullet point because there hasn't been a pair to be formed yet in this entire episode.
It took that long.
Yeah, but then Tsuchida's like, damn, dude, it's Fujiyoshi and Suzumon, like the 2 most quiet people. It's gonna be like the worst location shoot ever.
When you see all Suzumon in this episode, then it could be a good episode.
Yeah, but before we can go on to the next pair, turns out somebody was already eliminated. It's my girl Seki Yumiko gets eliminated because she picked Rika because y'all know she was a Rika Oshi. So I was like, oh yeah, that's right, you were a Rika Oshi, weren't you? Guess you just not going on a location shoot with Rika. And she starts crying. Yeah, because Rika picked Matsudaira.
Just rubbing it in.
Sobbing, like, yeah, not you. Matsudaira. It's like, yo, you asshole. And then Rika's like, oh, I want to go with her too. And Tsuchi's like, fine, the 2 of you just go. Just go right now.
Just go right now. Just leave right
now. Yeah. But then turns out somebody else got eliminated just now.
Oh.
Because it turns out that Habu picked Seki. And I was like, oh, I could have been so powerful, dude. I was so close. Because apparently Seki also was going to write Habu. She's like, oh, I also wrote Habu down. Like, bitch, no, you didn't. We can see your card. We can read.
I know, right?
Clearly, it says Watanabe Rika on there. She's like, no, but, and then they're like, nah, dude, nah. So the rest is kind of quick. They just show. By the way, Saito Fuyuka and Matsuda also joined the pair.
That should be a good one.
They find each other both easy to talk to, and they're like fun and joking. Yeah, I think that would be a really good one. I look forward to hearing the conversation.
I feel like it's gonna be like them just talking about nonsense, and then like someone doing something dumb, and then that being like the highlight, and then like I don't know. I just that one's gonna be a good episode. I just feel it already.
Yeah. And then next, I have the smallest girl, Morita. She picks Kobayashi, and by a miracle of the fates, Pon also picked her.
Look at that.
She lets out a little bird screech. So excited. And then finally we have Takemoto Yui, right? But she's the most popular one apparently because you had Sugai, Akane, Oda, Uemu, and Sato all pick her. Oda's like, yeah, dude, she's like a little sister or like a pet dog. Like, whoa, what? Like, which one is it? She's like, no, she's got like traits of both.
She's like a little sister dog.
Yeah. So I'm like, okay. Anyways, who do you pick? And she's like, I pick Sato Shiori. I didn't see that coming. I didn't know those two were close, but dope. Because now they are gonna go on a location shoot, and that wraps up this week's episode.
That one should be
I
interesting.
know I'm going through it, and it's like it's just like whatever. But watching it, the reactions were like really good, dude.
If you haven't watched this episode and just heard us talk about it, this one is worth watching for the reactions for sure.
Yeah.
Hear the little bird squall. You'll see that.
Yeah, and then seeing Seki crying and Sawabe being an asshole, it's really cute and funny.
They're really like involved in this episode, which I liked.
Yeah. It was a lot more out of Suchi and Sawabe than I've seen in a long time. I feel like they've been kind of Keyakitte pace, or Keyakizaka pace because of how the rest of first gen are. And now they're like, oh crap, we gotta like step up and be like really active and stuff.
We can't like the second gen be like the first gen.
Yeah, which is good. But yeah, so that's it for Keyakitte. I can't talk right now. Keyakitte Kakenai. Next is One-san's show, Nogizaka Koujichuu. This time we've got a roller coaster reaction check. Right? Everyone's done this, so they're like, oh, you know what? Manatsu, she's like the queen bey of the reactions, the bad reactions. We're like, okay, we're gonna have them go with some 3rd gen and 4th gen members. It's all 3rd gen and 3 4th gen members, right?
Jimmy, how come you weren't there?
Oh, well, only 3 of them got to go.
Were you not chosen out of all of them?
I was not, unfortunately. Yeah, so what can you do? But yeah, so they're like, all right, we're gonna go and see these girls ride roller coasters and watch the reactions. So this is one of those episodes where once again we're gonna kind of go through and tell you what happened, but the gem is really watching it happen.
Oh
right?
yeah, for sure.
So first up is Den-chan and Yodo, right? They go up and what is it? I guess the highlight of this one is what is it? Den-chan. You can see her just start drooling.
They do a little
She's like,
throwback of Ikoma doing the same thing.
Yeah. Her just like, what is it? Afterwards, Den-chan's just like, yo, where did my bangs go?
Just in their helmet.
Yeah. So they're like, oh, nice reaction, right? Up next is Umezawa and Hazuki. As they're on their way up, Ume is like, yo, shit's definitely gonna come out of my nose, dude. They look, and then before the big drop, they just both look like they're gonna die.
Yeah.
Right? They're just like, what is it? But yeah, as they're going through, juice, like nose juice, literally starts coming out of Hazuki.
Your little sister.
Yeah, not Umezawa, as she said that she thought was gonna happen. And by the end of it, like, okay, because I guess like the roller coaster kept like scrunching her face and stuff like that. So like I don't know, Hazuki was stuck in like a smug face afterwards. She was like
the whole time.
And yeah. So when they get off, it's like Umezawa's crying and next to her is just Hazuki like
And the whole time her face is like,
Yeah. Up next is Kubo and Bo-chan. Highlight of this is that what is it? Bo-chan is
that's Tamaguchi, by the way.
Yeah, Tamaguchi. Sakaguchi Tamami.
Sakaguchi Tamami, that's what it is.
Yeah.
I don't know names. I don't know my name.
What is it? She like her face gets all scrunched up and like, yo, you look like a frog. They just kind of make fun of her for that for like the rest of the episode. But they get off and they're all just chill and dumb. Up next is Peach Kid, Momo, and Rentan. Momo looks like she's gonna die before they even start.
She's
like the roller coaster is just leaving the little like gate thing or whatever, right? She's just like.
She's like ready to just like this is the last moment. This is like she was saying goodbye to everyone in her head.
Literally, because like okay, you can see them both like okay, I regret this decision to go on this shoot today. As the ride starts doing the click 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 up, right? But as soon as it's going, you can see Ren Ten. She starts to enjoy it. She's a little kid, She's like, oh okay, yeah, this is fun. But Momo is literally like, if I die, I die.
Yeah.
If I die, then there's nothing you can do about it. Up next is Mizuki and Moriya. I would say that this is the most knows what she's doing I've seen Mizuki in a while.
Oh yeah,
because like before anything even happens, Mizuki is already like screaming, right? Yeah, and Moriya's like, "Yo, shut up, man! It's too early. We haven't done anything." She's all nervous. She's trying to like contain herself,
That's right. Concentrate on dying.
Yeah. But then as soon as the ride goes, Moriya is like screeching the entire time. Like she's like, I'm gonna fucking die. But Mizuki looks like she's having a good time.
Yeah, she's like looking at her like, ha, look at her. This is so fun.
Yeah. Like the guy is like, yeah, it was like heaven and hell, the difference, right? So up next was Mamatsu and Kakehashi, one of the 4th gen members.
That's why I don't recognize his names.
Yeah. And right off the bat, Kakehashi is just sobbing, and next year Manatsu's like, oh, this view's so pretty, right? Kakehashi, but as they're like going through the ride, I think it's because Manatsu is a little bit more chill about it. She's having a good time. Kakehashi starts having a good time.
Is this Kakehashi Sayaka?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I know her Sayaka name. I don't know her last name.
Yeah. So she looks like she's like enjoying it by the end of it, right? Though like Manatsu's like, yeah, her head is kind of bouncing all over the place, so I'm kind of worried about the GoPros. It's just like. So up next is Hayakawa and Tamura, and they're like, yo, how was it? Was it all right? And then Manatsu was like, no. And then the both of them just start crying. Yeah. And she's like, oh shit, my bad, dude. So they start riding, and they're like still crying as our ride's starting. And then like, yeah, as soon as it's over, they're just like, yo, I'm just glad that we're alive.
Like start touching the ground.
So I don't think it's the best 4 that move on. I think it was just the 4 that looked like they could still handle more shit.
Keep on going.
Yeah, so it was Mizuki, Hazuki, Umezawa, and Yodo.
I don't think Umezawa was crying a lot. I don't know if...
Yeah. See, Mizuki was like, oh my God, I'm so over this. I can't do this anymore. But we know she was like, give me that camera time, Ume, on the other hand, you could tell she was like, no, please, no more, dude. I don't think I can.
Please, why?
But like Mukai's face is just fucking ridiculous the entire time.
Right?
Like that's all they show from here on. It's just like Mukai's weird ass faces. Even me as her older brother was like, the fuck are you doing?
Like so, they didn't even show like Yoda or like any of the other members. They just show like just Mizuki, just Mukai the whole time.
Yeah, we'll have to have a talk with her when she gets home, dude. I'm like, that was just kind of weird, dude. But anyway, so now they're in the studio. They're like, yo, Mukai, what the fuck was that? She's like, no. It's because the camera's kind of heavy and they're on the helmet. And so it kind of bunches my face and it makes me make like weird faces. And then, so like they call it Umezawa. It's like, yo, why'd you have such a hard time? Aren't you like always high up? She's like, oh, only this tall though, They're like, yo, Ball-chan, you look like a frog, dude. She's like, oh, well, from now on, I will be my best as Frog-chan. So,
and from then on, people at Handshakes are going to start calling her that.
Yeah, probably. Oh yeah, then Shitara asked like the second gen, right? He's like, oh, didn't you guys ever do this? And then Karen was like, oh yeah, we went to Yomiuri Land for like a net show. He was like, oh, my bad. Sorry I asked.
I wonder why they left that in. I wonder why they left that in the
probably
edit. Just like as a, oh look, second gen doesn't get enough good treatment or something. I don't know.
Yeah, dude. I don't know. Maybe because it was just funny enough, I guess. Like, haha, second gen. Anyways, so next is then moving on to team jump rope, right? So it's the senpai generations, first and second, versus the kohais, third and fourth. What is it? Shitara's like, all right, this is a competition, but I want you guys to try to get to 46 if you can.
Mm-hmm. It's been done in the past.
Yeah. So third and fourth gen goes first. Yakubo trips right away. They get 0.
Our water girl.
Yeah. Everyone's like, oh, yo, come on, man. So she was like, all right, you get another chance. They get 0 again. This time it's Frog Chan.
Now Frog Chan.
Yeah, but they beg for it, and then so it was like, okay, last chance, but for reals this time. And they manage to get 8, but then it ends up hitting Peach Kid, and so that's that. Now it's
I like how she was like, oh, the rope hit my leg. What? You got hit? Yeah, the rope hit me. like she was at a fault.
So up next is the senpai team. Coming to show the kids what's up, and they get 1. Damn it, Manatsu. But obviously they're gonna get another chance, But Himura's getting all pissed off, like, yo, the show's gonna run on forever, dude. And then he's like, all right, kids, come watch your shitty senpais. And this time they get 3. Hits Karen, kind of like, yo, I ain't got no excuses, but come on, man, second gen, kind of, we don't get shit, dude.
Have you noticed one of every gen messed up during this jump rope?
Scripted? Oh, I did not notice. Huh?
Is it scripted?
Rigged, confirmed. But anyways, the kids got another chance. So Shitara's like, all right, this is your last chance, but it's it this time. He's like, man, I feel dumb as fuck for thinking you guys could get 46, dude. And then this time they managed to get 2. And they're like, Kotoko trips on it. She starts apologizing, tries to go for the appeal, and then Shitara's like, no, that was literally the last chance.
That's all the time we have for it.
Yeah, Ringo's like, man, fuck this whack ass group.
Oh yeah, can we just get rid of the bad members over here?
Yeah, that's pretty much it.
This is one you definitely have to watch.
Yeah. Reactions are definitely worth it.
And I think next time they do the other Fujikyu stuff, which is the scary maze, right?
Mm-hmm.
That should be a good one. That's always fun.
Haunted hotel, or like, what is it? Like the haunted house
hospital?
thing.
Isn't it hospital?
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know if they changed it. I've always seen the haunted hospital one.
But anyways, we got another show. Oh, God.
This is Hinatazaka46 with Hinabingo. This time Jimmy will assist me with these clarifications and make sure that this is the efficient exercise to do. Ooh. So we have full power Hinatazaka workout. This is like the episode made for Jimmy. Like if he was in Hinatazaka, he would be like the highlight of this episode.
Yeah, dude.
First off, we start off like, yo, what's your your specialties? Like anyone good with exercise or anything? Everyone's like, oh hey, Mei over there, she can like do like handsprings and bridges and stuff like that. So then she like does all like cool stuff. It looks like she's like a mess up sometimes, but she's like, nah, I got this. And then we have all the ballet members. There's like 8 of them, I think.
Yeah, there's a lot in
they're just
Hinatazaka.
Doing splits, front side splits. Yeah, there's a lot of them. And then the workout teacher comes out, and everyone just stares at her nonstop. Like this this whole intro scene, like they were just like starstruck the whole time.
It's funny because I mentioned earlier that I went to go lift at that powerlifting gym where I refereed at, and I was talking to the owner, right? Because we talked a little bit while I was refereeing, but it's a busy meet So this time it was just like a little bit more intimate. We could talk or whatever. And yeah, she used to do a lot of like female figure competitions and stuff like that. And I was told like I'm a natural when it comes to posing for female figure. So, oh, you guys can't see it. It's not wide enough, but you know, if you ever.
There we go. Look at Jimmy. There we go. Learn from the pro over here. Anyway, she said, did she say it took her 10 months to get that body?
Yeah, in 10 months' time.
Jimmy, what do you think about that?
She went from being a female, just like an office worker, office lady, and then in 10 months. You know what? Because she wasn't that fat to begin with. Or she wasn't fat at all, you know, but it wasn't like she definitely leaned up, but it wasn't anything that like was, I would say, is out of the ordinary. I want to say she probably has good genetics and probably got into contact with some very good coaches and good nutritionists to get her to where she is. I mean, it could be she's doing some exogenous things that I don't know. Maybe some drugs, but I don't want to assume. She definitely has a very naturally attainable physique. I think 10 months is just very quickly, but it is very possible if you have like all the right people in your corner. But yeah, at that point, everyone just touches her butt for like 5 minutes, dude.
Right? It's like, and then Katoshi the whole time is just like, just the whole time, like doesn't even pay attention to the MC.
Katoshi would be the type of person to ask someone to make a video where they break a watermelon between their legs.
She's one of those comment sections.
Yeah, it's just Katoshi. I'm be like, ugh, who's this creep, dude? I'm like, oh no.
I should have suspected as much. She gives some protein advice. I don't understand enough Japanese to know what she said.
It was not advice. She was just saying, I drink a lot of protein shakes and I eat a lot of meat. I eat like some exotic meats like kangaroo meat and ostrich meat.
Does it have more protein in it?
Lower fat content.
Oh.
So obviously, if you're like a powerlifter like me and you're not worried about body composition, you can go ahead and eat a bunch of steaks all you want because, you know, I don't really care about the fat. I just want all the protein to help recover my workouts. But if you need to lean up for a figure competition, then every gram of fat matters. And so you're gonna start eating some weird meats to stay lean.
All right, so then they start off like, all right, let me teach you guys how to get some glute action going on.
Yeah, dude.
So you can aspire to be like me.
So I actually like this. I think this is some good advice for people in general. It's like very doable at home, right? The only thing they had was a yoga mat and a water bottle. And one of the things I hate the most, especially as a powerlifter and a coach, is people will teach people how to squat, but they'll squat specifically for the booty, you know? And I'm like, no, that's not what a squat's for. A squat is to like lower your hips and to extend your hips, right? So if you're like teaching them to activate their butts doing it, you're like teaching like an incorrect motor pattern, right? And that's gonna like make you all fucking weird. Whereas this one, it's just movements that are based around your glutes, you know? So they had them do what is it? The first one was a stiff-legged deadlift, right? Using the water bottle. So that's when you bend at the waist and you lower your upper body, trying to maintain as flat of a neutral spine as possible while keeping your legs straight, all right? And then you raise that again.
Kyoko did not listen to that.
No, she was all fucked up looking.
I don't know, but she was doing the whole time. She was like putting the water bottle like on her legs.
Okay. It's so bad because the exercise physiologist in me just keeps like looking at everything that they're doing. I'm like, oh man, okay, Kyoko, we gotta really build up the glutes. Clearly, your hip abductors are too weak because her knees keep buckling in. Right? You notice when she was coming down, her knees would kind of cave in like this. It's because you have weak glutes. The glutes would pull your knees outwards, rotating your legs, right? And so keep your knees from buckling in like that. But Kyonko was terrible. They did what is it? The stiff-legged deadlifts into a back step cross lunge, right? And then however many sets of that or reps of that, and to Supermans, right, where you lay on the floor flat and then you extend your back so you lift your chest and your legs off the floor. Those are way harder than it looks. This whole thing is way harder than it looks. You know, I'm like sitting there, I'm like, yeah, I'd probably fucking struggle, dude.
Yeah, all you wodos out there, to try to do these exercises with them, see how it feels.
What is it? Sorry, it's just in-depth dystopia in the chat says in-depth analysis by a powerlifter. Yeah, dude, I get too serious when I see these episodes, man. But it's funny. Takemoto just sucks too. She's tripping up all over the place, right? Knocking Hinano over. She's like, ah, shit.
But then it's really just Hinano just tripping on herself.
At that point, Takemoto's just laying down on the ground.
Like after every Superman, she's just like on the floor, just dead, not moving, not breathing.
Yeah. Conversely, Kosaka, Mipan, and Ushio were all very good, right? The three confident ones, right, with like some athletic background, they all did pretty well.
Gonna get them glutes.
Yeah, they're very good movements for glutes. I would recommend you do them. It's very balanced. If you're trying to build up the booty, you have some straight hip extension work as well as hip abduction. All very important to building strong, supple glutes. What is it? Moving on, poor Hinano during the break. I don't know why they kept to include. They thought to include this, but it was cute. You see Ushio giving Hinano a little oxygen. She's like, oh, thank you. It was really cute though. It was like something out of an anime or something, right? Like the way they did it. It was just like, you know, normally when someone gives me oxygen, well, not normally. I don't normally get oxygen, but I would imagine it'd be like, you know, but it was just like. I was like, well, okay.
The editors probably thought, oh, this is too cute not to include, and they just included it.
Yeah, probably. Yeah. Up next, it's some leg work, right? So they have them do some squats, some jumping lunges, and then high knees, right? So more of the same, but you do the whole thing and you repeat it for, I think, 3 sets total. Some great ones, some really good ones, and then some really terrible ones.
What did you think of Kumi and Tomita? during those lunge jumps, those jumping lunges?
Dude,
I think I'm like putting myself in something.
Yeah, see, I'm like, if I put myself in the perspective of a coach, and like if I walked in and I was like, all right, this is the programming today. We're gonna do some. I mean, I would never program it, but whatever. We're gonna do some squats, some bodyweight squats, some lunges, some jumping lunges, and then some high knees. And we get to jumping lunges, and that's what I saw. I mean, all right, we're scrapping this workout. I see we've got to start even more simple. Can you walk? Can you walk?
Do you think squat jumps would have been better? Or do you think they'd mess up too?
I think squat jumps would be the easier one for them to do because it takes a little bit less coordination. But I can see why she has the lunging, jumping lunges incorporated because it's important to do single leg work because if you only do squats, then you can build imbalances, have one leg stronger than the other, and not notice it because it's all working together. So jumping lunges is a great way of like, you know, making sure that everything's being able to move independently. If I had to pick one person to take under my wing, though, it would probably be Kawata Hina. Because if you notice her squat, I wouldn't say that this was a good squat, but it's like a good place to start. Her legs just shoot straight outwards, right? Like, you know, everyone kind of like, I can't, like, they kind of fold. Like, if this is my knee, like, you kind of fold backwards like this a little bit, right? As you squat down. That's what you have to do. But she can just drop straight down, like her torso straight, because of like how mobile and supple her hips are. So I was just watching that and I was like, I bet you if I like taught her how to sumo deadlift, Ooh, we could probably break some Japan records, dude.
Oh,
Yeah, I was gonna say state records, but I don't think they have states. So
perfect show.
yeah, maybe then possibly some national records.
Look at
She's
that.
got some crazy hip mobility. I was like, but anyways, Tomita is just terrible during one of the high knees. She just dips. She's like, I've had enough. Of
I'm
this.
just running away.
Meanwhile, Kumi is just
The squats.
yeah. Ayaka's just lifting up her butt and putting it back down for her squats, dude. After that, they just show some more shots, but I don't think they're gonna use them. It was just some quick. I see Manamu doing some crunches, right? Some opposite side, elbows to knees,
Kissing the camera at the same time.
and then she's doing like Manamu things. Yeah, so I really enjoyed this episode. I was a little bit sad that was all we're gonna get.
Yeah, I was like, oh, is that all? Like, it went by so quickly.
Yeah. Next week they're doing something different. I can't remember.
Something with like sisters.
Yeah, I don't know. If you guys ever want a powerlifting episode and a coach, please slide into my DMs. I'm more than willing to come and be a powerlifting instructor on a variety show.
There we go.
Kawata Hina, if you ever want to, start breaking some world records, come hit me up.
Well, there you go. That was Hinabingo. But that's not all. You thought it was over. It usually would be, but it's not because we have one more show left. We have Nogizaka no Gaku Tabi.
Ooh.
Now, this time it is 4th gen with the support of 2nd gen. For this one, we have 4th gen members Sayaka, Mayu, Seira, and Haruka. And we have 2nd gen members Moriya and Hori. All right. So we have Japan Aviation Academy. This involves all things aviation, whether it's building no, I don't know about building. Maintaining airplanes, being a stewardess, and playing the drums. So, we have this 4th gen. They can't mess up because, it's very important. This is a airplane aviation academy, so no time for messing around. So they start off with some taiko. That's the drums where you beat them really loud, and they do sometimes dances with them. Guys were introduced to the girls, and the guys are just like staring the whole time. So then they show them, this is our school. We won awards and stuff like that. This is what we can do. All the members are like, yo, did you see that? One of the guys who was playing was like, yo, that was crazy. Hori's like my 2nd gen Oshiman. Yo, this is crazy.
That's my boy, dude.
And then it was time for the 4th gen members to learn how to play the taiko. From off the bat, you could tell Seira and Haruka were good at communicating with the students. They were like having a lot of fun, like laughing a lot with the students. Meanwhile, Sayaka and Mayu were like kind of like concentrating, trying to figure it out. 2nd gen are kind of there, just like giving them water, just walking around, doing a little report. And I can say, during this, Sayaka had super cute reactions at everything she did. When she messed up, when she got things right, super cute. I recommend watching it for that. Then we have some eating time. I think a new song plays during this because I don't think I've heard that song before. I don't know if this is the 4th gen's new song or something, but I feel like I haven't heard that song. If you guys in chat or in the comments know if this is a new song, because I haven't heard it, or maybe I just haven't heard it. Let me know because it sounds like something I didn't hear. This brings up a good point. Plain-chan was not in this episode, which would have been the perfect episode for her. Missed opportunity. Oh, it's from the album. Okay.
Casual.
I guess I just...
Casual.
From the newest album? Oh, I haven't heard it because Nogizaka has not put it on Spotify in America yet for some reason. So I haven't heard any of the new songs. Come on, Nogizaka. Then you see all those comments. Did you see all the comments on the Synchronicity music video? How they were like, a lot of them were in English, top comments.
Oh, yeah.
And I was like, come on. You can see there's an English audience out there. Anyway, back to this.
back from our little tangent.
Then they go into the guys' dorm room. Look at this. I think I forget if it was Seita or Haruka. They were like, "Oh, look, everyone's name is on here. Oh, how do you read this name?" And they're like, that's the room number." Oh, that makes sense. And then when they go in, Seita's like, "Oh, hey, look, you can look out the window. Oh, look, guys are working out over there." She like stares the whole time outside, looking at those guys working out. And then Hori is over there like, "Oh yeah, I like watching this too." So both of them just like stare there, and then they rally them back. And then
please direct Hori Miona to my Instagram, where she can watch me working out.
There we go, Hori. Seita Haruka sit on the guy's bed and it's like, "Oh look, you even wrote on the top of your bed like, oh, I'm gonna do my best or whatever." Then the other three members go to the girls' dorm room, and they're like, "Oh, look at this airplane book. Maya's like, can you be like a flight attendant even with like bad English like I have? Like, do you say bish or fish?" It's like, no, no, that's not what you say. Like, aina the end or fish.
Most definitely fish, Maya.
And then next up, it turns out that Mayu and Sayaka have to go to CA training, cabin assistant.
Yep.
Cabin assistant training. All the girls who are also attending the class, when they walk in, they're like, kawaii. They're all like talking to each other, saying that. They do some announcement practicing. And then Mayu says, as we said before, she said she's bad at English. But honestly, her pronunciation was pretty good. Like, it wasn't like super like the standard like what you hear when Japanese people try to speak English. It was actually like pretty decent. Some of the words she didn't know how to read, but I think that was just reading. But her pronunciation was pretty good. And Sayaka struggled with the English and with the Japanese.
They should have had the three American fourth gens in there. Dude.
I know, right?
We would have fucking killed that shit.
Right? You guys just would have been like, this. Sayaka.
Would you like the fish, Mayu?
Sayaka even struggles during the like practicing talking to the passengers, and it's like, no, you got to use the keigo. So she's like, watashi. It's like, no, it's watakushi and stuff like that. It's like all the like instead of saying like, what did she say? I can't think of the specific one.
Like de gozaimasu instead of like des or whatever, or
there's one like saying like sorry.
Moshiwake arimasen.
Yeah. She's supposed to say that, and then she doesn't say it. She like says the common one. It's like, this is keigo.
Sumimasen deshita. No, it is moshiwake arimasen deshita.
And then they run through like a pre-takeoff, like the whole belt thing, like the whole like putting on the face mask, and then Sayaka the whole time is like, "Ooh, look at this!" Just playing around with it instead of like actually listening. Then next we have some service station training. We have Haruka and Seita on this one, and on this one, they're like screaming because they're playing with powerful tools. So then Haruka's like, "Ah!" Seita's like, "Ah!" Instructor comes in, "Ah!" They watch a takeoff, and then they have to move a plane with a cart. Haruka does it, Seita does it, and Haruka gets a better score with almost zero instruction. Then it's back to Taiko. In this segment, Seita really stuck out to me. Compared to the other members. I think when you watch, like I'd watch, like honestly, I'd probably watch through the Taiko sections just because you get to learn a little bit more about the members. The other ones are kind of just like fun, goofy little things. But like Seita, like it starts off with her, like how everyone has the Nogizaka jackets, like the purple ones.
Yeah.
The first thing she does, she takes off the jacket, wraps it around her waist to get serious. That was like the first indication. I was like, okay, she's taking this a little bit seriously, and everyone is still with their jackets and everything. Sayaka was kind of nervous the whole time. Like she wasn't really memorizing all the patterns and everything. Seida's ballet skills came in handy because she like the way she moved was like with like the actual people who like were performing, while the rest of the members were still trying to figure it out. So she like snapped on really quick. And then so then they're like, all right, let's just let the regular people like actually perform it. That way you guys can see kind of how it is. So then it's like, oh, okay. So then they watch them perform the song that they're trying to perform, and then Haruka and Mayu just like start crying like crazy, like like just like so moved at the performance and like nervous at the same time. So then it's time for the real performance. It is so then like they do like a presentation, like, oh, we're gonna do a presentation of the taiko with Nogizaka46. Crowd goes wild. And then these 4th gen members who no one knows comes up. They're like, oh, yeah. There was a lot of camera time on Seita for this one because she did like the best out of everyone. Like she was on it like the whole time. Like she was really good.
She's also like really pretty.
Yeah. Uh-huh. So I mean, Seita really stuck out to me in this episode. But it was on her most of the time to make it look like everyone did a good job. The only time it showed Sayaka or Mayu was like when it was like steady drum beats. And the rest of the time when it was like complex patterns like this and like trying to do different things, it was always on Seita. And then like at the end, they're like, all right, we're done. We're over with it. Instructor's like, all right, you guys did a good job. And then she just like starts crying like crazy. She's like, oh, you guys did so good. You guys fought so hard. Oh, there's one thing that I do want to mention. This is my little tangent that I wrote in here. There's this one cameraman. It looks like he's taking pictures, but he has like a little. I don't have my camera here, but he has like a little road.
Mic?
He has a little road mic on top, but he's like taking pictures. But the problem I have with it is that in so many of the shots, he's like right there, just in the way. He's like walking through the camera, or he's like on the side of the members, like being too close to take pictures. And the whole time I'm like, dude, who is this guy? Get him out of the way. He's just like following them around. It was so annoying. And like, as an editor, I imagine the editors were like, dude, like, why is he still in there? Like, get him out of the way.
That reminds me of JPop Summit.
Uh-huh.
I think I showed you the pictures, but like the guy with the gimbal who's like in the very front.
Mm-hmm.
And so like any shot I had of like the group, there's just this dude like
with the gimbal up high.
Yeah, dude. I'm like, oh, you're an asshole.
And you know his shots were not that good. It's always like those people who like don't get the best shots, I feel like.
Dude, I had this like perfect shot of Baby Raids Japan doing a jump high five.
Mm-hmm.
And it was like everything was perfect. Like the composition, like the framing was good. You know, like I slowed down the shutter and made sure like everything else, like the exposure was fine so that I could really freeze the moment. And there's just this dude at the bottom. Ugh. But anyways.
Yeah, these people. And I noticed halfway through, like the second gen just stopped appearing. like they were there for like up until like the dorm section.
Yeah, I was like, you kind of know, you haven't mentioned them in a while.
Yeah. They just left. Like it's like, all right, guys, good luck with the taiko performance. We won't watch or anything, but good luck.
Oh, word.
And that's the end of the episode. I recommend watching this one if you want to. Like Mayu really didn't get highlighted that much. Like she kind of stands out a little because of her dyed hair, so you kind of know who she is like right away. Sayaka has a pretty distinct face and she's really cute with her reactions and everything, so she's pretty distinct. But I feel like you learn a lot about Seita and Haruka in this one, and especially Seita in this one. And I think right now she's getting higher up there for me in 4th gen just from this episode alone. So if you're interested in that, seeing what she can do, I definitely recommend watching it. But that does it all for this episode, because that's all for the roundup. That's all for the news segment. Ooh. That's all for the comment segment of the week. And that does it for the show. If you enjoyed the show, please be sure to follow us on Twitch, on Twitter, on Instagram, and subscribe to us on YouTube. You can even do that on Twitch if you feel like helping us out monetarily and supporting us. You can go ahead and catch us live every single Tuesday around 7, not exactly 7, around 7. And you can watch us live, leave little comments, and you can even hear about special segments that we're doing, just like we announced during the pre-show and are going to talk about in the post-show about future videos coming up. You guys on YouTube will see the feature video because it'll probably come out around the time the podcast comes out, or if not, the recording will have already happened. So yeah, be sure to follow us there to catch us live. If not, catch us on YouTube. That does it all for us this week. Be sure to catch us next week. It will be us two, maybe a special guest. I don't know. If you guys have any suggestions for special guests, please let us know. But for this week, that does it. Goodbye. Say bye, Jimmy.